Okay, I'm just going to do some videos going through variants and invariants. So this is going to be the first one. This is basically just the intuition of what an invariant is and why we care specifically in terms of loops. So they're a relatively simple concept. An invariant is just something that just doesn't change. So our general format for this, is if we have a condition that's true, and then we've kind of got like a loop. And then it does a bunch of stuff. The condition's still true here. This statement can just represent like whatever the while loop is actually doing, whether it's like summing a bunch of stuff or whatever else. And then if P is still true here, then basically when we get out the bottom here, when we kind of like continue on with more code, we can assume that it's still true. So this is kind of like why we care. So like an obvious example of an invariant would be something kind of like really trivial, right? So like 4 equals 4 is an invariant for this loop because that is true here, it's true here, and regardless of what code we run, unless we've broken math, it's still true at the end, and therefore it's going to be true at the end, so the loop doesn't change it. So if it's true at the start, it's true at the end, kind of thing. So the way that they've been explaining it is kind of that this is proof by induction. So if this is kind of like hypothesis 0, hypothesis k, and hypothesis or case k plus 1, that's kind of like our proof that for any arbitrary step and any arbitrary next step that it's true, and so it kind of obeys the laws of like proof by mathematical induction. But I honestly just find it easier to think about the fact that if the loop doesn't change it and it was true at the start, then it's going to be true at the end. And so that's why we care. When we're trying to satisfy a specific post condition, we want to be able to carry some information from up the top, prove that the while loop doesn't change it, so that we can have that information at the bottom to use to prove some other post condition to kind of like combine with other stuff. So that's really all they are.